And now, can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Volume check. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's big delay because I need to have big delay because it's so shit. But it works. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm gonna maybe turn down the game. We'll see. I mean, the delay has to be big because I need to make sure everything gives me as much performance and as much quality possible. So the delay has to be like that. I mean, I'm streaming with what? Like 600 bitrate? 600. That's like almost nothing. And that's really pushing the limits of what that internet can do. So it has to be like that for now. Because of both. Because first of the hardware, because I'm playing on a laptop in VR, so it's taxing the CPU a lot. And just overall, it's like at the limit of what's possible with that. And the internet is also super shit. How long does it take to upload the hot lab? Like one night? Like usually 2 something hours, so when I go to sleep I just put it to upload. Sometimes when I feel like it, like after the hot lap there's also a replay from the TV camera, like I did it for both Super Bowls for the SimGrid World Cup. That takes like 3-4 hours. I'm gonna show you the settings. I think almost the same settings are in the description actually, to download. So it's almost the same as what low preset is. It's basically everything as down as possible, resolution scale 50, post-processing on medium, because with post-processing on low, it's like low is off. So if I'm gonna turn it off, like there's no post-processing and any ambient occlusion. So I leave that one on mid. Of course I use mirrors because, come on. But they are like low view distance, low quality, only 20 FPS. You don't really notice actually that that mirrors are low frame rate. That's quite good. 15 opponents. I think that's good enough. This doesn't matter because I overwrite it with another external app. So I have super sampling 1.4 on 1.5. And here also everything is low as possible, although I leave bloom on, or at least at very low, and that's because of the sun. Because without it, the sun is like really only flat circle on the sky, and with the bloom, it has the glow around it that looks really nice in VR. But apart from that, everything else is really turned down to the minimum. Some, more saturation, sharpness on 300 and advanced sharpness filter enabled. That's important for VR. But apart from that, that's it. Hello. Okay, let's do some laps. So I'm not racing, that's why I'm streaming. Because racing and streaming, forget it. That's not doable with more cars on the track, with CPU that has to do more things, plus the ping that I'm then getting. That's just not doable. But when I'm hot lapping like that, yeah, why not? That's why I launched the stream today. So there's a time trial for actual vision to get into the leagues. Then there's new season of GT Force, so I'm doing hot laps for that time trial. So it's like 7 degrees ambient temperature and stupid stuff like that. Well, without streaming and like when I really want to play for myself, I can turn settings a bit higher to like medium on some stuff to have like shadows in the distance properly and really nice reflections and textures and proper resolution. But to be honest, I don't really care. I know many people do, so there's that, but yeah, I don't care that much. And when you're really focused, you don't even see that. Okay, see you. Bye. That feels weird. What graphics card am I using? I'm using it's 16 NVIDIA GeForce 1660 Ti, but it's mobile 1660 Ti because it's a laptop. But it's quite a high-powered one. No, I'm not Italian. I'm from Poland. I'll have to sort out the chat, because the way I do it right now, it's an overlay of a specific window in Oculus Dash, but to have the overlay and that chat here refresh, like I need to have that window selected. I don't remember. I think first time when I tried VR maybe, but yeah, I think I am quite lucky with that. I never really felt dizzy, and I can do that for a long time. But that depends from person to person. It differs a lot. No, not 660. It's 1660. So 1660 Ti. Hello. Go back to work. Nothing to see here. I'll change some pressures. I'm not even driving properly, but you sound quite young. Yes, I'm only 21. Also, I have quite I don't know what's the word, but yeah, my voice sounds like I'm young. I mean 21 and still young, but I guess maybe I sound a bit younger. I don't even know what's the weight of that car. I mean, I guess it's under a ton. KTM is definitely under a ton, but I don't know about Ginetta. Well, it has quite a big engine, so it's not that light. Although apart from that engine, everything else doesn't really weigh much. It's literally a kit car. Okay, 41.6. How much time did it take to become a good sim racer? Um, okay, this will sound weird, but like, I was quite good from the get-go. Like, I always wanted to get into sim racing, I just didn't have any money when I was young to even buy a wheel. Plus, my PC back then was such a potato that it couldn't even run AC, like original Assetto Corsa. But I always was really into cars, and I did some karting, so I knew how to drive. So when I finally got into sim racing and did some AC, I kind of knew what to do. Um, so like at the very start, I was like at the level of above average sim racer. Um, and from then it was just chasing, just trying everything to become better and better every day. I guess everyone is trying that, but I don't know, dedication, passion, whatever you can call it. I'm just driving for fun because I love driving, so. What wheel are you using? I guess that's the question. It's T300. It's in the description. It's T300. Uh, I bought the T300. Overall, well, the story of me buying this wheel is weird because when I wanted to get into sim racing, I was like thinking about between G29 or G920 or T150 or something like that. And one evening when I was drunk, I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy the whole bundle of T300 with Alcantara wheel and T3PAs. Uh, so yeah, and I just bought that bundle and I have it for 2 years. I spent at the time like shit tons of money, and I had only a few savings and I didn't have a job, so I spent all my savings on the wheel. But considering where I am now, it was quite a nice purchase. Hello. When did you start driving in your? I think like 1 year ago. After I bought this laptop, which was like 1 year ago, I thought like, okay, it's not much, but at least I can buy some secondhand Oculus old CV1 and play some original Assetto Corsa because it's easy to run and not hard on your equipment, and to just have some fun from time to time. But I liked it so much that ever since I was driving all the time in VR exclusively. And so yeah, in VR I'm driving probably for a year now, and I'm like seriously every day. Well, every time that I drive, it's in VR. Like right now, I don't even have a monitor, because, well, long story, but overall I have a monitor, but like currently right now I don't have one. I mean, there is a laptop screen, but it's 15-inch. You're not gonna drive on that. I did try drifting in VR. Apart from ACC, there's not much of that probably on my Discord and anywhere. But out of the driving I do, I just launch standard AC as a Corsa with like some road cars on some back roads, and I'm just driving like a madman, drifting around, sliding, and doing that kind of stuff. I guess doing this kind of, if we can call it practice, improves a lot ability to just sheer car control. I mean, VR is amazing. I was gonna do something. Yeah, I was gonna pick another car. I wanted to try AMG. it's heavier, so maybe with low temperature it's gonna keep its temperature in the tires better. I hope. I mean, it doesn't really matter. For the proper hot laps I will do like tomorrow or whatever. Today is just for fun. Yes, I'm still using the same loot. It's the same loot that's in the video. You're probably referring to that. So it's still the same. I use exactly the same for AC as well, to be honest. Okay.
Green light. Go, go, go.
It's the first time for me to see VR at work. I need to lower the game sound. Well, then you just need to grab the mouse from the floor. It's not that hard to move around, to be honest, in VR, because in the headset there's that gap for your nose, and you can look through it at different stuff. So, for example, you can see if you sometimes see my camera pointing like that up, it's not because I'm looking at the ceiling. I mean, now I have a chat here, so sometimes I'm just looking at the chat, but sometimes I'm looking through the hole with the nose straight ahead at the laptop that's ahead of me. For example, I'm looking at the keyboard, or I'm looking for something that's on the desk. Well, it's not like you're really closed in. Like, sometimes people say that, oh, if you're in VR, you can lose contact with with the reality or something like that. That's total bullshit in my opinion. I mean, for me, VR is like I just have a screen that's 3D and it's on my face with higher FOV. That gives me like literally, like, you know, what is it, 100 something FOV, but it's still ultimately a monitor. It's just that it's closer to my head and it gives me 3D effect. But you know, I can still feel that I'm in the chair in my room, and I can still see some stuff, only a bit, but you know. I guess like with everything, you just get used to using this. Whoops. Well, the first time, like when I bought it, it wasn't the first time that I used VR. So like I used it occasionally, either be it on, you know, sometimes on, you know, you go to the friend to test it or yeah, whatever. So when I used it for the first time, maybe there was some dizziness, but at least for me, it was really a matter of trying it once or twice. And for the first time, you know, it's like, oh wow, that's weird, that's different. But then I got used to it quite quickly. Although I guess for me, it was quite like it was a lot quicker. The adjustment phase was a lot quicker than for other people it can be. You know, I feel quite comfortable in VR. I can like drive like that in VR, which is, if you think about it, super fucking weird. Because normally people would just throw up in situations like that. Because imagine like I am literally flying behind the car in the air. So, but for me that doesn't really make a difference, like in terms of dizziness or feeling sick. Yeah, even the biggest monitor won't give you that depth perception that you just get with VR because you have two different screens for each eye and you have depth perception with 3D effect. Hello. No, definitely every generation is getting better and better of VR headsets, so Oops, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, that Paul Ricard race was amazing. It was really, really good. Oh wait, what? I never seen those cones in the hot lap. Interesting. Okay. The Mercedes also feels nice, but it's not as nice as other cars. At least here. Like, that Ginetta was really, really sweet. What steering wheel do you have? I have T300. Okay, now we have different sun, 8 degrees, whatever. No, not save. Load. Yes, okay.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Yeah, actually, I should use the Porsche. Yeah. In VR, the most annoying thing is menus. I mean, for me, because I have a keyboard that's really far away from me, so I need to like almost stand up and reach for the keyboard that's right there. Porky boy. No, I don't think the grip was nerfed on 2020 tracks. Is that after 1.6 the well, both cars slide a bit more, but it's not the grip thing. And aero is a lot more sensitive to the yaw of the car. Porsche is the best. I agree. Okay. Do I have CDA setups? Yes, I have. Okay, nice. So let's use them.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Okay, okay. It's just aligning the wheel. Sorry, I actually didn't finish with that question. So the arrow is more sensitive, so at high speed, it's easier. Well, the car just rotates easier. So for example, the cornerless, like that fast right-hander after the straight-on Paul Ricard is just so much more scarier. And since the Spa is also full of corners, high-speed corners like that, like Pouon, Eau Rouge, Blanchimont, even Curve Paul Frey, I mean, even the whole second sector is high speed actually. So, or medium speed, but still those are really, really aero dependent corners, so you can really feel it. Okay, I'll try the McLaren. And the 570S is also a really nice car. It has monster of an engine for a GT4 car, but it's really, really heavy. And that brake balance is sometimes annoying, because you would like to have some degree of control over the brake balance, but it's automatic. I myself don't actually know what to do with the setups after 1.6. I do them literally the same, and for me it doesn't make really a difference. For example, on some tracks I just load the setup that I had before 1.6, I decrease rake by 1 mm, and that's everything I do, and it just works fine. The Porsche Cup in ACC is one of the best cars in sim racing. I guess it's hard to drive compared to everything else, just because people are so used to traction control and relying on it. So when they drive this car in ACC, they don't. Well, then they drive it like a GT3 car, and they are super scared of the traction. But it has enormous traction actually, and you can stamp on that throttle, and it just, with the rear engine, with massive tires for the car like that, it just applies traction beautifully. It's just that you have to control that throttle rather than just slamming it. But it's amazing to drive. Amazing to in the wet. It's a really great fun. Plus it's a Porsche, so I like it. Well, it definitely takes some getting used to and practicing, but it's a great fun. I mean, if you can handle the cup car, then you'll handle everything. It's a great vehicle for practicing. And if people say that modern cars are, mm, numb and boring to drive, they should drive cup car in ACC or Maserati GT4 car with no ABS and no TC and play with them rather than relying on ABS saying it's boring. I don't have a PC, I have a laptop, and I'm using Oculus Rift CV1. I think I should add the specs into the description, to be honest. A lot of people are asking for it. Should have think about it. Should have thought about it. Okay, kinda similar to what I did with Ginetta. Actually, let's take a cup car for Hungaroring. Or like James, like GM called it Bungaroring. Ooh. I mean, look at that livery. I love this car. I was thinking about making some like next generation of this livery for a 2020 season in game for New Year, but yeah, that was first livery ever that I did. I still absolutely love it. Like a cup car. Where's the cup car? Cup car. Pink Panther. Let's go for time shell on Jardir server and let's do some hot laps with a cup car.
Green light, green light. Go, go, go.
Just for your information, I'm not doing any specific setup, I'm just doing some random changes. But yeah. It's not gonna work probably, but whatever. Oh, pressures. Because they are always fucked up in the presets. Let's see, 28 front and 26.5 rear, or 26.4. happens to be the best of us. Well, I also heard that ACC doesn't like VR a lot of times. It's interesting that, isn't it? What? I don't even know how Coach Dave's setup looks like for this cup car. Cup car out of the pits is always super oversteering because it needs rear tire pressure to be proper for the car to get balanced, because there's no weight at the front, so fronts are really cold, and for rears to be at the proper temperature, the cold pressures need to be really low. So until that they achieve proper value, fronts are kinda warm out of the blankets, but rears are super low pressure, so the rears don't have any grip. I'm not gonna ask for setups. If I want one, I would buy one, but I don't want one. Okay, that's too much. Hey. I mean, I totally destroyed that setup. That's like, it's not driving like it should be in the slightest. So the entry oversteer was huge. Yeah, you see, because look at the pressures now. They are like almost perfect from the blankets on the front, because they always are like cold, but on the rear they're like 26, 25 psi. That's why it's so tricky out of the pits and oversteer. Like, wants to rotate everywhere. So you need to get rears up to pressure, and then the cup car is balanced. Okay, that's too late. But look now, I just stamped on the throttle second gear. It didn't even slid at all. Okay, that was too high of a gear.
Please try to stay on the track.
Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna finish that lap, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to finish for now. But maybe I'll stream later in the evening. Unfortunately, on Mondays I can't do AOR this season, even though I should be defending a championship, but I can't because I just can't on Monday evenings. Schade. Yeah, so I need to go. So, thanks for watching, guys. That was interesting. And yeah, hopefully see you maybe next time. And for now, yeah, for now, just bye bye. And thanks for watching. Cheers.